Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Dallas Mavericks tonight. Guys, what an embarrassing loss. It was such a horrible loss for the Los Angeles Lakers. A missed opportunity tonight when it came down to it. The Mavs with no Kyrie Irving, no Luca, and just basically depleted with some of their players tonight, able to beat a low motivated Los Angeles Lakers team once again. This is honestly one of the worst losses of the Lakers season, probably since the Miami Heat game a couple of months ago. So this was another added on to the Lakers' horrible loss tonight. Honestly, the season when it came down to it. And guys, we're going to get into everything tonight. I mean, all the emotions, all the things that didn't go right tonight, and just missed opportunities. I mean, this was supposed to be a must-win scenario for the Los Angeles Lakers when it came down to it. I mean, we go 0-2 in Texas. Obviously the Houston Rockets was a opportunity that could have been a winnable one, but obviously the defensive side of things didn't go according to plan to the Lakers, and plus missed opportunities when it came to certain rotations and all that. We can get all into that, or you can watch my last live stream about that particular game. But tonight, it was just a lack of motivation, really. I mean, it was just everything went completely wrong, probably after this second quarter, honestly. And we're going to get into more details of it in just a bit. But before anything, like always, please be sure to like this live stream. Of course, follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. The links to my social media sites will be in the description of this live stream. So you guys check me out on social media. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be in the know of when I go live or when I upload videos about everything about the Los Angeles Lakers, especially when the trade deadline is approaching. So it's getting pretty close. I mean, we're about like maybe 3 weeks away from knowing who the Lakers will pursue for a potential trade. Maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Just not sure what type of weeks left there are, but I know it's in February, so it's just a month away. But yeah, guys. But sure, without further ado, let's just get right into the Lakers loss tonight. A embarrassing loss, whatever you want to call it. It was horrendous. One of the worst losses this season so far. And I'm seeing the reactions right now from Daniel. Of course, they lost. I mean, it was just one of those moments. It's like, yeah, of course they lost type of scenario. It's like that type of feeling that we see every time the Lakers do this type of crap all the time. I mean, just from the first quarter, they were going back and forth. It was all vibing. But then the second quarter came about. They were like at one point, like 4 minutes left remaining in the game. They were up by five, or maybe they were up by, I know for some reason they're like up by five or some point, or maybe up by six or something. But for some odd reasons, they just stopped playing. They stopped playing defense in those 4 minutes left, allowing Klay Thompson to shoot threes, back to back threes. I think maybe triple threes, in those 4 minutes left remaining. I might be mistaken with some other player, but all I know is Kyrie. No, it's not Kyrie. Klay Thompson shot two threes or something back to back, and then they took the lead back from the Lakers. And at the end of the game, Lakers were down by five, and then they just couldn't recover after the fact because they completely shut down. It's a similar situation what we saw from the Lakers against the Miami Heat. Completely no energy, no competitiveness. They just completely did not want to show up in this game. And it's kind of similar, only it didn't show up in the second half. Third quarter was horrendous. Fourth quarter was just nowhere for the Lakers to make a comeback. I mean, at one point I tuned in and the Lakers were like down. It was like 106-96 or something for the Lakers. And, obviously the Mavs were leading by then. And I thought, okay, 5 minutes left, they can do something. But then I checked the score again. The Lakers have 98, and it was 118. So something happened between 5 minutes until that particular moment, and that was just complete shutdown mode for the Lakers. And obviously, the threes efforts from the Mavs played a big role in the Lakers' loss tonight. They were just shooting threes and just giving opportunities left and right when the Lakers were just giving giving up the ball so much in the game, and it was just really went completely all called for. I mean, this was supposed to be a must-win scenario for the Lakers at best, and perfect opportunity to do so with no Kyrie, no Luca. This was just an opportunity that was missed by the Los Angeles Lakers when it came down to it, and it was just horrible, horrible, embarrassing scenario that went down tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers in Dallas. Let's see, also from Daniel, was kind of expecting that. Yeah, I mean, no, we were I actually, honestly, I did not expect them to lose tonight. To be completely honest, I did not see the Lakers losing this game. If anything, I thought they were going to get it because they were going to bounce back. And with no Kyrie, no Luca, this was a perfect opportunity for Anthony Davis, for LeBron, and the rest of the crew, Austin Reeves, and everybody to just go out there and just ball out. And Rui to step up in this game after not. Doing his best out there tonight. And he was a no-show as well. I mean, if anything now, more than ever, my advice to JJ Redick is to sub in Dorian Finney-Smith because he shot the best scoring out there for the Los Angeles. Like, he looked more engaged than the rest of the Lakers tonight, in my opinion. Most of his efforts came from the third quarter, I believe. But either way, or the second half, really. But his efforts on the shooting side, if you want to give any credit to the Lakers shooting, give it to Dorian Finney-Smith because he went 3 of 4 from the three. But regardless of that, Lakers shot 31% from the three compared to the Mavs. I'm not sure what percentage that they scored, but I'm going to check it out just let me get my ranting out before I get into the analysis tonight. But yeah, the shooting was just bad for the Lakers. They just didn't play better defensively in this game. And it's just a missed opportunity. It just was missed opportunity. But I was expecting the Lakers to win it. I really was. They were like a 6-point favorite to win this game, according to the betting odds. But for some reason, they just didn't capitalize. They didn't show any motion. They didn't show any motivation to win this game, and it became a reality with 118 to 97 to end the game. So very unfortunate, very unfortunate. And Lakers fall into the 6th seed, I believe. I might be mistaken if that is true. I think they are. I think they fell to the. Let me just check real quick so we can all be aware of what's going on. I think they are. I think they are down to the 6th seed after this loss tonight. So let me just pull it up real quick. I should have had this ready, but it is what it is. Just bear with me for a moment. There we go. Playoffs. Yeah, the Lakers are the 6th seed. And, the Dallas Mavericks, they're the 5th seed. They took the spot away from the Los Angeles Lakers after losing to the Houston Rockets a couple of days ago. So, they switched places because they had the same record anyway. So, compared to wins and losses, where I think the Lakers had an edge on them because there were only 15 losses to 16 to the Mavs. But it is what it is at this particular moment. But yeah, it was very unfortunate, very embarrassing performance by the Los Angeles Lakers. Uh, I just news Hardy and oh, you just knew. Sorry, I just knew Hardy and Clay would go off. Yeah, I did not realize that as well, especially Hardy. Jalen Hardy. I mean, he was balling out tonight, and when it came to the shooting efforts tonight, and also from Clay Thompson, like I mentioned in the second quarter, the Lakers were doing fine until they just gave up on guarding Clay Thompson or just giving up playing basketball in general. After those plays that they made in the second quarter, and just allowed Clay Thompson to shoot those threes back to back. And, it was just horrendous that the Lakers just lost the second quarter just like that in that sort of instance. So, It was just very unfortunate for the Lakers to lose in that particular way, and it's continued on after the fact, going into the third. They just similar situation what we saw from the Miami Heat. I mean, they just completely shut down. They didn't want to win. They didn't want to show any motions or any abilities to win, and it was just very unfortunate. It really was. And I saw the comment here again from Daniel here. AD, he was horrible tonight. I mean, yeah, he was terrible, along with the rest of the Lakers, honestly. The only player I can give it edge to how they played was Dorian Finney-Smith, in my opinion. I think he really showed his abilities out there tonight, having 11 points and went 3 of 4 from the three. I mean, I wish we could have seen that from him in the first half, but unfortunately, he put those numbers up in the second half, in the third quarter, going into the fourth. So just very unfortunate, it really was. Um, yeah, missed shots last 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I saw that. It also happened in the second quarter, I believe. They just missed a lot of shots. Didn't guard Clay. They didn't guard one of the top players on the Mavs that were just balling out. So they were just completely a no show in those 5 minutes when it came down to it. Unfortunately, when it came down to it. Uh, yeah, Grimes. Yeah, he's a baller. Yeah, he shot very well tonight for the Mavs. Absolutely, especially in the first half. I mean, he was just on a roll when the Lakers were just giving them opportunities left and right to shoot, and just lack of defensive effort when it came down to it. Very sad. Very sad. Uh, Always Dallas and yeah, Houston. Yeah, I mean, 0-2. 0-2 against them for sure. Totally unacceptable. I can see us losing to the Charlotte. No, I don't see that happen. I mean, the good news is, I guess I can say, is that the Lakers are heading back home to LA. And the good thing is that they are going to be in LA for a long time. I mean, there's 5 games on their schedule after this one where the Lakers stay home for quite a while. I mean, they have like a 5-game scenario where they just stay home in LA and just um, play basketball, Lakers basketball in that particular um, scenario. So I can kind of see. I mean, the Lakers do play better at home than they do in away games. So my hope is that they don't start losing at home because, like I said in the beginning of January, going into my analysis about the scheduling for January, is that this is such a home friendly schedule for the Lakers. And this is the one in particular where the Lakers have to win those games at home. I mean, January is so important. That's why I'm kind of disappointed Lakers lost to the Mavs, because this was a moment for them to win it, a must scenario, because no Kyrie, no Luka. This was a perfect opportunity for them to gain that win. But now, this one in particular and moving forward, they have a 5-6, if you want to include the LA Clippers game, as a LA game for the Lakers, is that this is an opportunity for them to go on a winning streak. And that starts with the Charlotte Hornets for sure. So, I don't want to, I know it's a laughing emoji. I get it. It's kind of like a joke, but at the same time, my hope is that they don't, you know, fall under and decide to start to lose games. If that's the case, I hope that's not the reality. Hopefully, so really hope so. Always can't guard the three. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why the Lakers lost this game, because they just allowed the Dallas Mavericks to shoot threes, and that's what they did tonight. And it's just very unfortunate, really is. And as you can see here, guys, the stats don't really matter anymore, because honestly, it was just some of the players playing in garbage time after the Lakers were just blown out in the third quarter. As you can see, the Lakers lost the second half, with just putting up 26 points to the Mavs 34. And then you have just the Lakers really failing to capitalize in those 5 minutes left remaining in the game, where just the Mavs were just shooting very well at the end of the fourth quarter. So it's just a very unfortunate turn of events for the Lakers, unfortunately. And My hope is that they'll bounce back. They'll bounce back when they head back home to LA and start their 5 game home games with wins. Hopefully go on a 6 game winning streak. Hopefully, that's my hope for the Lakers because this is the perfect opportunity for them to grab those wins. Perfect opportunity for do so because February comes up. It's going to be a not so much pretty good scheduling for the Lakers, but March is going to be worse. But February could be opportunities here and there, but January though is home friendly for the Lakers to gain as much wins as they can to secure themselves being competitive in the Western Conference and maybe somehow securing a seat in the playoffs by getting those wins under their belt for the month of January. So that's my hope. Hopefully, that's my hope. Let's see here. I would be shocked. I would not be shocked. Yeah, I mean, at this point, when it comes to the Lakers this season, we should not be shocked of how things turn out with certain games, certain situations. But at the same time, I mean, even though I think they will go on on a winning streak, maybe after this game and head back home and start doing it, but at the same time, it's just very questionable for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We should question every single game when we go this season for the Lakers. But at the same time, I mean, when it comes to home games, the Lakers play better at home than they do in away games. So, perfect opportunity for them to stack up some wins, hopefully. That's my hope. But let's get right into the Lakers stats. I mean, obviously, Anthony Davis, he managed to put 21 points out there tonight, 12 rebounds. But guys, I have to say, he had a terrible night. He really had a terrible night. I mean, he was a no-show when it came down to it for the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, it was just not the best out of Anthony Davis tonight. I mean, even though the stats show that he put up some pretty good points, but at the same time, it was just bad all around for him. Missed opportunities left and right when it came to the first half, especially just that's not scoring right away in the first quarter when it came down to it. But I don't know. It was just not his night when it came to Anthony Davis, unfortunately. Rui Hachimura, he was bad. Absolutely. I mean, my point, getting into this analysis tonight is that JJ Redick should really consider Dorian Finney-Smith in the starting lineup. Won't be disappointed if somehow Rui Hachimura gets benched because he is not living up to the expectations. And we can make the argument also that it's not really his fault because just the lack of efforts from some of our rotational players and just guys in general just injured left and right, and it's just kind of depleted the abilities of Lakers playing defense and exposing Rui as not being a defender that he is. So kind of played a big role in that. So but just 6 points out there tonight, 0 of 2 from the three compared to Dorian Finney-Smith, who shot very well out there tonight. Still, it just wasn't enough for the Lakers to get this win tonight. And it was just lost cause after the third quarter. So, it was just no coming back from that. But because I think the Lakers were like they basically lost in the third quarter because they were up by when I'm talking about the Dallas Mavericks, they were like up by 12 points. So it was just a missed lost cause for the Lakers to come back from that, especially how they played in the third quarter. So it was just very unfortunate. It really was. But, won't be surprised if Dorian Finney-Smith starts for the Lakers instead of Rui Hachimura. So that's my prediction of that if that does happen. LeBron James had a solid night, in my opinion, better than Anthony Davis, in my opinion. He showed some efforts out there tonight, had 18 points, 10 rebounds, and shot 1 3 for the Lakers, went 6 of 12 from the field. So LeBron James, you can tell that he was doing his best to try to win this game, but it's just that every player around him not showing up. But I have to say, Max Christie, though, I really liked his efforts tonight, with 12 points. out there tonight, 5 of 9 from the field. You could tell that he was playing very well until the second, like the end of the 5 minutes left remaining in the second quarter, where things kind of went downhill after that because of the lack of defensive efforts and just the Lakers just allowing the Dallas Mavericks to just shoot on them every chance that they get, aka Clay Thompson in those threes that he made that really went completely downhill after that. Unfortunately, they just completely shut down after that fact. So but a solid night for Max Christie. If you want to give any credit to some players tonight, trying their best to step up. Austin Reeves went 4 of 11 from the three and had 15 points out there tonight. A solid night for him, I guess, due to the circumstances. Then when you talk about the second, the second unit. When you look at it right now, I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith really stands out to me when it comes to his shooting with 3 of 4, as I mentioned, from the three and 11 points with 3 rebounds. I mean, just imagine what he can do when he's in the starting lineup. I think he will probably lit up when it comes to his abilities and his shooting, and there's also his defensive efforts in the starting lineup. Because of the lack of defense from Rui, kind of played a big role why the Lakers don't demolish teams, every chance that they get on the defensive side of the ball. And that was just main reason that it was lacking tonight when it came down to it. So, and plus some of them not making their free throws as well. So, but either way, I mean, it was a missed opportunity tonight for the Lakers. But we had to give credit where credit is due when it comes to some players tonight trying their best to help the Lakers out any chance that they get with their efforts. So, but great job tonight for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then when you look at the rest of the Lakers, they were no show, especially with the return of Gabe Vincent tonight. Not a lot of effort on his part, but 13 points for Dalton Connect. But Dalton Connect was playing through garbage time along with Bronny James and all that. But there was some disappointment when it comes to a particular player from. I think we all know who I'm talking about. And that it was Jackson Hayes. I believe it happened in what was it, like the second quarter, where he was just committing fouls left and right like nobody's business. And at the end of the day, he had 4 fouls in the second quarter, which was just completely, totally unacceptable and kind of ruined the theme of the game for the Lakers at one point. But at the same time, once he was out of the game, and I think they was subbed in, things kind of went back to normal, and the second quarter was getting rolling with the Lakers shooting, and especially from Max Christie, when it comes to his shooting efforts tonight, and like I said, the Lakers were like up by 5 points to almost end the game, but those 4 minutes left remaining, and maybe 4 minutes left remaining in the second quarter, with those Klay Thompson threes, the Lakers completely fell apart after that, and it was just totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. And Lakers shot 31% from the three. To the Dallas Mavericks, I think they shot better than the Lakers. Let me just pull that up real quick. Yeah, they shot 47% from the three. And like Grimes, like Daniel puts it, I mean, Grimes, he had a game out there tonight against the Los Angeles Lakers. Went 6 of 11 from the three and had 23 points with 9 rebounds, 6 assists. I mean, given opportunities like that for a guy who doesn't really, is not known for being a scorer or shooting the way that he did tonight against the Lakers, but he did it tonight against the Lakers, and Jaden, Hardy, 15 points and went 3 of 6 from the three, and Klay Thompson 3 of 6, and he only put up 13 points. I mean, that's something right there. And PJ Washington with 22 points, 3 of 3, made all of his threes against the Los Angeles Lakers tonight, and he had a really good game as well out there tonight for the Lakers, and it was just a missed opportunity. And when you see Derek Lively, who had 5 fouls, once again, the Lakers missed opportunity to foul this guy out in the game. But again, it's just one of those situations where lack of effort, lack of motivation to annihilate the Mavs. It was just a missed opportunity there for the Lakers to do so, and it's just totally unfortunate. Really, totally unfortunate turn of events for the Lakers when it came down to it, guys. And my hope is that the Lakers will bounce back when it comes to facing the or just heading back home in those 5 game home games where they just go on a streak. I hope they do it. They go on a 5, maybe 6 game winning streak. If you want to include the LA Clippers as a LA win for the Lakers, but it's just one of those situations where they have to. They just have to because this is a perfect opportunity for them to do so in the month of January. And like I said, when it comes to February, it's going to be a little difficult for the Lakers, but it's manageable. But the March scheduling for the Lakers is going to be very difficult for sure. I mean, I think they have at one point some back-to-back games, and some of them will be on the road. So it's just craziness on the March scheduling. But January, home friendly, very easy winnable games for the Lakers to achieve. Is just they have to make them happen, and my hope is they will achieve it. Hopefully, so that's my hope. But let's get into more of Daniel's questions here. Let's see here. LaMelo Ball, Nick Richards for Rui Hachimura and Gabe Vincent. Yeah, I mean, any given trades when moving forward before going into the trade deadline is that Rui Hachimura will be the main focal point of any big trades the Lakers will do moving forward. But what I've been hearing for the past couple of days, and even no, actually no, it was today actually from Lakers Nation was that the Lakers want to keep Rui Hachimura, even though for the past 3 games he has been a no-show for the Lakers, especially when it comes to his shooting that he's well known of being. I mean, I think he's shooting around, I might be mistaken, like 38, 40% from the three this season so far. So he's been shooting. He's been averaging 13 points per game for the Lakers. But at the same time, past couple of games, when he's not showing up, the Lakers lose games that way. And it's just really given the argument now that, he should be benched in for Dorian Finney-Smith. So at this point, I'm not surprised that he's in trade rumors. But at the same time, the Lakers as well are indicating that don't want to trade, Rui Hachimura because at times when he does let it up, we do win games, and it's because of his shooting and his abilities to score on the Lakers, especially on the offensive side, which he is well known at being. But defensively, he's a no-show. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, he's no Dorian Finney-Smith who can do all of that, the scoring, the shooting, the defensive side. He's a 3-and-D caliber player and all-around player, really, when it's all said and done. So that's my opinion when it comes to, Dorian Finney-Smith. But LaMelo Ball, there's a no chance that the Charlotte Hornets will trade LaMelo Ball to the Lakers. If anything, Nick Richards could be a possibility of a trade. All you have to do is maybe include uh, Gabe Vincent and maybe maybe 1 second round or 2 second round picks, maybe potentially, or maybe just another player added on. Jalen Hood Shafino type of trade. That could be a possibility to get a Nick Richards, but we have to wait and see about that. He's on my list of potential targets for the Lakers to pursue because we do need a center for sure. Number one priority is a center. We saw the Houston Rockets game, how that worked out. And, the Lakers do need a center. So we need a big, we need a center. Point guard for sure is the second option for me. But either way, trade deadline, I hope the Lakers will do something. I hope they do. I don't want to hear any, you know, rumors, reports, because I think a couple of days ago, the Lakers, Rob Pelinka and all of them, they were saying that they want to see what this team is when it comes to Gabe Vincent, Vando, after getting Dorian Finney-Smith. I mean, they want to see that type of nucleus for the second unit. We kind of seen it so far. It's not going according to plans. So, we had to make a trade. We had to improve this roster because the Lakers had the capability of being a really good competitive team in the Western Conference. I mean, there's a glimpse of that we saw from them in the beginning of the season. So, where they went on a 6-game winning streak, winning some home games, away games. But for some reason, after that Magic's game, Lakers went completely downhill after that, and they just haven't been the same since. Lately, they have been gaining some momentum to start the year of 2025, but things kind of didn't go according to plan now, with now being on a 2-game losing streak. And my hope is that they will bounce back and turn things around by the time we reach the trade deadline. But LaMelo Ball, I don't see it happening. Sorry, Daniel, but Nick Richards, not ruling that out. I'm not ruling him out for a trade because he has a pretty healthy, or not. When I say healthy, I mean like easy contract to match for the Lakers. You can just not include Gabe Vincent. You can just include maybe Jalen Hood Shafino and 2 second-round picks to get him or something. So, but I think you have to include Gabe Vincent to get him. I might be mistaken, but it's real easy to get him. LaMelo Ball, it's out the question for sure. Let's see here from Daniel. So Beal and Bol for Gabe Vincent would be good. Not going to happen also. I'm sorry, buddy. Not going to happen. I mean, as much as I like, Brandon, Bradley Beal, excuse me, and even last night, I believe, where he was benched, he scored 25 points. The problem is his contract. He's going to make 55 million, after this season. So, you have to make the contracts match. You have to include Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent. You have to include somebody else in the trade. It's not just 2 first-round picks as well. You're basically giving up the whole farm and your depth, which is already depleted as it is. I think you also have to include Vando in the trade to get Bradley Beal. So, and he's not even healthy. So he's just getting back from injury. He has to be reevaluated in 1 week. So we're not sure when his return is imminent to help the Lakers rotation. So that's another questionable situation for the Lakers when it comes down to it. So we just have to wait and see about that. But it's but Bol, I mean, that's if the Suns want to trade with the Lakers. That's another thing. There's no way that the Suns will trade who they considered as a rival, which we don't think. Laker fans, we don't think the Suns are a rival, but at the same time, that's what the Suns feel. But yeah, they're not going to make a trade with the Lakers. Unfortunately, they're not. Especially for just Gabe Vincent. It's not going to happen, man. Not going to happen. If you're going to get Bradley Beal, you're going to give up the whole farm to get him. That's the priority. And plus, it's not just his contract. He has a no trade clause. So if he stinks up in LA and doesn't show up, you're going to have a pretty big, lengthy contract on your books. And, it's just going to be very hard for you to trade him because he's going to decline every trade that the Lakers want to attempt if he doesn't work out with the Los Angeles Lakers. Similar to what, no, not similar to Russell Westbrook because he doesn't have a no trade clause on his contract when we traded him a couple of years ago. So, but yeah, I mean, that's a whole different scenario. I don't want it to happen. In the past, when he was with the Washington Wizards, sure, I wanted him to be a Los Angeles Lakers. I made a whole video about it, and it kind of trended at one point. I mean, some people are still using my thumbnail as a post or as a video, which I find it very humbling, really, because I was just a YouTuber starting off, giving Lakers analysis and all that, and I just saw it on Twitter. So it was really cool to see people are using my thumbnail as a post or just giving analysis of the Lakers getting Bradley Beal, which I don't see it happening. Okay. In the past, I wanted to, but now with his contract and his trade clause, no trade clause, it's just not going to work out. It's really not. It's not going to work out unless the Suns release him and maybe the Lakers can sign him after that. Maybe. I'm not sure. It sort of remains to be seen. Or he signs with the Lakers. But I don't know. That's the only way Lakers can do it. And plus, with us training D'Angelo Russell, it's kind of hard now for the Lakers to go after some top stars anyway. At this point, you have to go with the range of what you have Gabe Vincent, Jalen Hood Schifino, which are both considered as good assets for Lakers. And if you want to include Vando, if he returns and balls out and plays great defensively for us, maybe he'll be implemented into trade scenarios. But those are the only top players at this point are considered for potential trades for the Lakers when it comes to assets. And Lakers do have first round picks and all that, but it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So very unfortunate. Yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith had a great game. Yeah, out of all the Lakers tonight, I have to say, even though Dorian Finney-Smith didn't really show up until the second quarter, or maybe actually, or actually was the second quarter, he shot very well for the Lakers, as I mentioned. 3 of 4 from the three compared to the rest of the Lakers that tried to shoot well tonight. They only shot 31% as a team, but most of the shooting efforts came from Dorian Finney-Smith, who went 3 of 4 from the three and had 11 points, which I have to say was very good turn of events for the Lakers when it came down to Dorian Finney-Smith and how he stepped up in the game uh, where the Lakers were losing the game. So out of the Lakers tonight, if I had to say, he was the best Laker tonight when it came down to his abilities tonight. So, without a doubt, I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith at this point of how he's impressing us so far, and he's honestly he impressed me more. I mean, so far as a Laker, if anything, if he does get the role in the starting lineup and for Rui Hachimura, I won't be mad at it. I mean, we need to win games. We need a player to play defense and also offense and knows how to shoot consistently. So, and we've kind of been seeing that from Dorian Finney-Smith lately. And, he's been very consistent when it comes to his threes and being a good offensive guy, defensive guy. I mean, that's the 3-and-D caliber guy that we've been waiting for, what we've been looking for. With no Vando on the defensive side, it was kind of lacking for the Lakers. But then Dorian Finney-Smith arrived and kind of changed the mold of the Lakers when it comes to their defensive efforts and also the shooting side as well. So, um, he deserves it. He deserves to be in the starting lineup. And if JJ Redick doesn't see it, we have to go on social media and blast it. Go on social media and tell Lakers, go protest whatever. I don't know, outside of the Lakers arena or whatever. Crypto.com arena and say, uh, start, Dorian Finney-Smith over Rui or bench Rui or whatever. I don't know. It's just we need to win games, and especially for the month of January. Month of January is so important for the Lakers to do so. So my hope is that they will achieve it, go on this winning streak. But we just have to wait and see. We really have to wait and see because, like Daniel puts it, I mean, it's just like you said, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, it's just one of those type of situations. I mean, where we know how the Lakers are and what they're capable of being, they have the opportunity to win games. But when it comes to, seeing it in front of our eyes and how they play as of late, it kind of defeats the preference really of like how can the Lakers win games when they don't have the abilities or they just have the lack of effort every single night. I mean, it's just that type of notion really. I mean, they have to win these type of games. And now, like I said, for the month of January, this is a perfect opportunity for them to do so. So, they just have to win these games after this loss tonight. I mean, they head back to LA. They have a really good friendly, scheduling where they just stay at home in LA and just compete in crypto.com arena and just, you know, just they just have to win these games. I mean, just looking at it right now. Yeah, they have one, two, three. If you want to include the LA Clippers game as a home game for the Lakers, they basically have an opportunity to one, two, three, four, five, six. They have an opportunity to go on a 6-game winning streak at home, if that is a possibility. So that's my hope. And they have the Washington Wizards um, in LA again. Then they have the the Boston Celtics, which could be a challenging one for sure, but it is in LA. So that's an opportunity for them to get a win against the Boston Celtics, our rival, when it comes down to it. Then they have the Golden State Warriors. They have the Charlotte Hornets. They basically go on a 4 game road trip, but they're winnable ones. They're winnable ones. Okay, the Golden State Warriors, the Charlotte Hornets, the Philadelphia 76ers are not doing so well themselves. So, and they have the Washington Wizards to end the month of January. So this is a perfect opportunity for the Lakers to stack up as much win as they can. Even some games where they're just they just can't beat because they're so tired, because it's games, one game here, one game there, so it's they don't have back-to-back game scenarios. So it's just uh you know that type of scenario. So um my hope is that they will do it. Hopefully they can, because this is a perfect opportunity for them. So hopefully it happens. Hopefully it happens. Let's see here. Let's read this last comment here before I end this live stream. Ball over Tatum will haunt me forever. Uh, yeah, I mean that draft in 2017, where this channel really took off. It was because of you guys that you wanted to hear my opinions and all that. 2017 was such a good year for this channel, and I was on that bandwagon. I mean, I wanted to see Lonzo Ball to be drafted by the Lakers because he's an LA guy, and the whole aspects of him winning a championship. I mean, having his jersey retired. I mean, blame Magic Johnson for that, because he put that in our brains when he was president of basketball operation at that time. But yeah, I mean, at this point, looking at it, he won a championship. It's just, man, this guy is something special. Jason Tatum, I mean, he's something special. I mean, if we can turn back time in the draft night, we can obviously made all that situation stop, and hopefully Lakers could have just drafted at the time, when it came to Jason Tatum, and even beforehand. I mean, when we had an opportunity to draft Brandon Ingram, you know, uh, there was Jaylen Brown, Jaylen Brown, yeah, Jaylen Brown, Jason Brown. I'm not sure, but the two names escapes me at the moment. But yeah, I mean, Lakers missed opportunity on that one. But even though Brandon Ingram has been changed his career around for sure for the better after going to New Orleans, so. Um, but yeah, I mean, Jason Tatum, I mean, he is something special. He is something special, and the fact that the Lakers missed the ball in that one for LaMelo Ball, it is gonna haunt us forever for sure, because he is letting it up in Boston. Won a championship for that franchise. I mean, he made all indications that he was a Laker fan, a Kobe fan. I mean, I don't know how that completely went the Lakers' head on that one, but the past is the past, and I really don't want to, reminisce on that, because it was just so haunting to think about it now. Lakers really had an opportunity to draft him, but they didn't. And the whole indications in that draft was that the Lakers were going to draft De'Aaron Fox over LaMelo Ball, because the Lakers did need a point guard, but they could have gotten either Jason Tatum, or they could have gotten De'Aaron Fox. But Lakers went with Melo Ball. The whole aspects of an LA guy being drafted by the Lakers. I mean, that was the whole theme, and it just went completely not true. So it's very unfortunate. It really was. So, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. I really appreciate all the love, support you guys have shown me all across social media, and of course on this channel, ZSN on YouTube. And guys, let's just hang in there. Let's hope the Lakers will bounce back when they go back to LA and start their 6 game home games, with a win streak, hopefully. So that's the plan, hopefully. And the Lakers, after that, they have a pretty good, easy, winnable games on the road. But that's my hope. The Lakers will step up in those games and get them, especially the Washington game, the Charlotte Hornets game on the road after these home games. So it is an opportunity for sure for the Lakers to get some of those wins to end the year in January. So we just have to hope. We have to hope for that. So thank you all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Like I said, follow me all across social media, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.